Got a little brown noise going on. Hey, what you gonna do? Grab a seat. Did a little bit of painting last night. Didn't get much sleep, but we are here because we're gonna show up. Right? We're gonna show up. We're turning this white noise down, and I mean brown noise down. Do 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 do. Where is it? Where are you, brown noise? Oh, over here. Well, we can keep it going. Just keep it low. All right. So, welcome to Monday Motivate. I mean, welcome to 7 a.m. motivation. My wife was like, Monday motivation. So that's in my head, Monday. Um, I'm your host, Welcome Omar Salam. And today we are going to motivate you. How do we do that? Well, what motivates people? I mean, waking up being alive. I'm motivated about that. Seeing another dawn, having another chance to prove myself to my maker and to prove the critics wrong, that I would not amount to anything. When truly, we all will amount to something. You are right. Whether you believe in yourself, that you'll be something positive, or you believe in yourself, that you'll be something negative. You're right. You will achieve everything your mind conceives. All you have to do is think, and everything comes from that. So stand guard at the door of your mind. That's what Jim Rohn says. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Your mental factory produces the fabric of your reality. I find that to be true. Why is it that when we think a random thought, or when we think a thought and it doesn't align with what's going on in the outside world or what's going on in mainstream, that we call it crazy or we call it random? Nothing is random. Everything has divine timing. Everything has divine destination. We are products of intelligent design. Nothing happens for no reason at all. So we have a brain, it's electric. We have a heart, it's electric. We have a spine, that's electric and fluid. Everything's floating in fluid. Okay. We have auras that are electric, magnetic. But doesn't this resemble something in the universe in nature? How the earth has a magnetic field. Let me show you. So Earth has a magnetic field like this. Wait, hold on. Like this. This is Earth, right? And the magnetic fields that are coming out of Earth is like this. One, two, three, four, five. One, two. They're all coming from the same central location, North Pole, South Pole, right? And bounding around the Earth in such a fashion, but never touching. I think I messed up crossed some of my wires here, but never touching, right? How is that possible? I got something messed up here. They don't touch. They come together, but they don't touch. All right. Now check this out. Humans can sense the Earth's magnetic field as well. Okay. So a human, let's just say this is their face, right? This is their brain, and it comes through here, right here. Isn't that something? Just like the Earth. In fact, if the Earth was here, it would be coming through there. That's the actually correct way to draw it. And it's funny. A human's biofield, which is what it's called, is something like this. And I'm saying this because everything you think about, you become. The earth breathes. That's a, the earth breathes magnetic fields. We breathe a magnetic field. Earth has a pulse. We have a pulse. Oh, we're getting into eco consciousness now. So if you look at a human, put a human here. Don't judge my gingerbread cookie. All right. He looks like the singular guy, that phone service back in the 2005 that was singular. I don't know. Singular wireless. Looks like a singular guy. Okay. Um, then actually looks like this. One, two, three, like that. And then it goes out and around like that. You can see it's like it caves into itself. This diagram is best seen on the I know you're on SoundCloud and you're on Spreaker, iTunes, radio, uh sorry, Spotify, but you can definitely. Oh no, 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 we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Oh no, we're not gonna do that. Sorry, that was a an ad for my brown noise. We're gonna put the brown noise back on in a second. Yeah, I was watching 2 seconds of ads there. Okay, let's get back to our brown noise. So I believe that the Earth's magnetic field is significantly stronger than the magnetic field produced by a human body. But with the human magnetic field being a billion times weaker than the Earth's magnetic field, humans generate a small magnetic field due to electrical activity in the body. It's far too weak to be detected by without specialized equipment, but it's negligible compared to the Earth's magnetic field. So that's just because we're infinitesimal to the Earth. But it doesn't mean that we still don't have the same magnetic makeup, or the Earth doesn't have the same magnetic makeup as we do. If we were as big as the Earth, we'd probably have a significantly stronger biofield. Okay. And it's called a magnetosphere that the Earth has. It's generated by the molten iron in Earth's core. Okay. Let's I don't know how I jumped on that. I was going somewhere and then I kind of like lost myself. But intentions. We are intentional creatures. And when you start your day with intention, you've planned your day on purpose. So intention is a plan, not a fully thought out plan, but a plan in general. All right. When you plan something, it takes on the form of, excuse me one second. It takes on the form of a process. So a plan is a process, and processes can be carried out in actions to gain a result and can be a solution. Okay? Intention, plan, process, actions, result, solution. Now, somewhere in there, in the plan, we research, we do our homework. You don't just say, I am going to go out to, it feels great. That's my intentions. It feels great. I should do something nice today. Let me plan. I gotta research. I can't just say I'm going out today in shorts and a t-shirt and 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 flip-flops, but it's a blizzard outside. Well, you didn't plan. You just woke up and said that's what I'm gonna do. You have to plan. Okay? Do your research. Look at the weather. Feel the window. Okay? Um, you might be snowed in. So in the process of putting the plan together after you've done your research, well, now you have to put your clothes, set your clothes out. You might need to take something out of storage because you didn't know it was right. It was snowing today. All right. I'll take out that sweater. I got my sweater on today. My sweater vest. And so that's the process. So the process is to prepare, prepare. Okay. And your actions would be to, after you put on your clothes, put on, well, not, that's not going to be what we want to put up there, but actions will be to execute, execute said plan. And then your result will be you're out. So your result will be uh, the outcome. All right. Now your solution, you're having a great time. So that's an experience. All right. And your intention was the thought. Let's see if you can see all of that. All right. Let me move to the other side. Your intentions was a thought. Your plan was your research. Your process was to prepare. Your actions was to execute said plan. Your result was the outcome, and your solution equals an experience. Okay? Write that down. Now, Every day you can do this. In fact, half of this is done at the night before. Night before. Why? So that you can start the day with your actions and, and get your result and have your solution. You can wake up and execute said plan, get your outcome, have your experience because you already prepared, because you researched your thought. Your process had a plan from the intention the night before. Jim Rohn said, I want to get this right. He said, put the day together, put your day together before it was something, it was like a double meaning. Put the day together before you put the day together. Hold on. I have to get this correct. There you go. He said, never begin the day until you finish it. Don't begin the day until you finish it. And I was like, what? Here. This is when you begin the day. Let's see if you get this. With your actions, executing your said plan. But this is when you begin the day. Be, excuse me. This is when you uh finish the day. You finish the day with your intentions and your plan and your process. That's when you finish the day, the night before. So never begin the day until it's finished on paper. So all of this is on paper. We write things down because we're telling ourselves that we are serious. We're telling ourselves we're serious. If you're not serious, you won't write it down. If it's not serious to you, you won't write it down. You write it down to show yourself you're serious. It's not important enough to write down, you're not serious. You're not serious. You don't want to remember it. You're thinking that you will remember it. You know how many thoughts go through our brain in a day? Humans think 60,000 thoughts on average in a day, according to Dr. Fred Luskin at Stanford University. And 90% of them are repetitive. Can you believe that? You're thinking thoughts that you already thought. Just you're thinking it again. So what's this extra 10%? What you want to do in the future? New stuff. So that 10% gets packed down into another 10% the next day? No. The next day, you get a new 10%. That old 10% got stuffed into the 90%. So you lost 10%, you gained 10%. What you lose though? Write it down. So we're talking about 10% of your 60,000 thoughts are new. Got about 600 thoughts that are new. That's a lot of thoughts. Okay? Don't waste them. You're already thinking you're already thinking 50,400 thoughts. 59,400 thoughts, excuse me, that are old. I mean, they're there. You might go wasted away. Write down those new thoughts. Write down those 600 some odd thoughts. It'll fill up a notebook in a week. A lot of writing, but you do a lot of thinking. So why not? The best person you can study is yourself. That's not selfish. It would be, there's a word for this. It's rude not to study yourself. It's rude. I'll tell you why. God gave you a brain. He allowed you to study nature, study his creation. He didn't just say study nature, he said study his creation. All of it, including yourself. You got to know yourself. Don't just know thy enemy, know thyself. Sometimes your enemy is yourself. I think that's your greatest enemy from within. If there's no enemy within, the enemy without can do you no harm. One philosopher said. So, stand guard at the door of your mind. Be intentional. Plan. Don't start the day before you finished it. And these thoughts you have, write them down because if they're important, they will build your future. If you continue to build on those thoughts, study those thoughts, study yourself. Go back and time travel. I time travel. Every year, I look at myself and I say, how you doing, younger Omar? I see you looking at me. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do that for you. I'm gonna do this for you. In fact, I say that to my older self, the one looking down at the younger Omar the year after, saying, thank you for all that you've done for me. But the younger Omar may not be as wise, may not be as experienced, and has an issue with the older self. He wants to give the older self less than he has. He wants to experience it all, have it all, see it all, feel it all, know it all. That's a problem. Younger self is greedy. Younger self wants the now. Older self just wants better for younger self. Isn't this how it is today? Don't we have it all now and not do the marshmallow theory? And we don't have enough for later? And we don't care? But then we complain? So don't catch yourself complaining. Find, make the time to practice patience and self-restraint. So when you study yourself, when you have self-restraint, when you practice meditation and box breathing and different elements of self-control, You'll be able to move in an intentional way for your future, for your future self. I didn't fully tell you how that time traveling works, but I'll tell you in another at another time. But stay humble, find your center. There's an easy way to find your center. What keeps you calm without any outside force? You are centered. Everything else is extra. Like this brown noise, that's extra. Like that fan over there blowing on my face, that's extra. It's nice, it's not necessary, but it does bring me a sense of calm, auditory, uh, tactile, uh, making sense of the world around us. I was talking about that electromagnetic field. We are one with nature. You know, when we breathe out, trees breathe in. Think about that process. You know, think about that process. It's called photosynthesis, using the carbon dioxide to create oxygen, which is breathed in. Essentially, humans and trees have a symbiotic relationship where we provide the carbon dioxide, they need to produce the oxygen we need to survive. And humans breathe out carbon dioxide, which trees breathe in. You know, it's funny. We're giving them something and they're stripping it and giving us back the pure thing. We need the pure thing, oxygen. We add onto it a carbon from our bodies, comes from us. The carbon comes from our body. We are carbon-based life forms. We add a carbon to it as it exits our body, you know? And they need that carbon. They take that carbon, they filter that carbon off, thank you, and they send out through photosynthesis pure oxygen, O2. And as you can imagine, oxygen doesn't exist uh in a state by itself. When it is emitted, it's the molecular structure is two molecules of oxygen bound together. That's what we're doing here with eco entrepreneurs. We're making sure more trees are on the earth to breathe out what we need to survive. If I were to do this on Mars, I'd be planting trees on Mars. I'd plant trees on Mars, terraforming it. But that's another talk. Here on Earth, we're trying to revitalize what we have cut down many, 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 many acres of forests. I really feel bad about that. But in light of feeling bad about that, we're going to do something about that. So our tree planting partner is called One Tree Planted. And we match every dollar we earn on Eco Entrepreneurs, our platform, our community, our recurring revenue of our subscriptions, our one-time class, our one-time class packages in the classrooms, dollar for dollar. For every dollar we make, we spend a dollar on reforestation. And that is tantamount to what we want other companies on our platform to dedicate themselves to promise that they'll do the same thing. So we set you up with One Tree Planted ourselves. We set you up so directly from your company or from yourself, if you don't have a company or you wish to start a company soon, you can do it in your name until you do it in your company's name, but you'll also get feedback. I believe we talked about this uh, in an earlier episode. I think it was episode 1, that you get updates on your impact around the world and how it's or in that section of the world and how it's lending to the biodiversity of that region. So last time we did a recap on 2019. Today we'll do a recap on 2020. Leading up to present day, we'll continue. So the planting report for 2020, we'll go ahead and download that while we're waiting. Behind the scenes of planting 10 million trees across the globe, 2020 was a year of challenges for everyone. The global pandemic changed how we work, how we interact with our friends and family, how we do business, and yes, how we plant trees. Let me share my screen. Okay. Despite having to change our strategic plans and adjust how we best serve our partners and clients, One Tree Planted still managed to nearly triple the amount of trees we were able to get in the ground. Our supporters donated over $15,587,577, double of 2019, enough to plant 10,004,595 trees this year. The rest to be planted during the 2021 planting seasons. So far, we have committed over 20 million trees to be planted this year, and that number is only likely to go up. Our team grew substantially to accommodate the growth, and we ramped up our efforts for transparency and accountability with improved monitoring, measuring, and evaluation of our global planting projects. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
Like many of you, 2020 looked like this for us at One Tree Planted. But for our planting partners on the ground, 2020 was an incredibly successful year. This is the 2020 story.
We are able to plant over 100,000 trees.
That's going to inspire others to really get engaged and involved as well.
Then ultimately create healthy people and then leave a legacy for the future.
It's easy to forget the world before COVID hit, but January and February were business as usual at One Tree Planted. We were busy planting trees, raising awareness, and most importantly, working on our swing. Life was golden, and it was lining up to be the best year on record.
Then the pandemic hit, and we were locked down and stuck at home.
weren't going to let this virus get in the way of saving the environment. We threw on our masks, grabbed our shovels, and with adequate physical distancing, we were ready to get back to business. And by the end of the year, the majority of our projects had not only continued planting through 2020, but had scaled to meet your Herculean commitment to reforesting the world.
Change is coming. There's a light out from the sun. A new time, a new day, a new world is coming.
In 2019, you collectively planted 4 million trees. And in 2020, while the world was in a headspin, you turned up and planted a whopping 10 million trees. And we've already got commitments for 15 million trees in 2021. It's easy to forget that this isn't just a number on a piece of paper. This is trees being planted in the ground. And because of your action with One Tree Planted over the past 5 years, there are now 20 million new trees growing around the world in over 100 different reforestation projects. Together, we're restoring thousands of acres of land, creating meaningful employment, and drawing millions of pounds of carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. And once again, internally at One Tree Planted, the team has doubled in size to accommodate all of this planting. 2 years ago, we were just 5 people, each of us juggling 1,000 jobs. And at the end of 2020, we were 36, and we're constantly working to establish high-quality projects and a best-in-class experience for you guys. And to you guys, our supporters, despite a reduced number of opportunities to volunteer at reforestation events, we've never appreciated your support more than we have this year. A total of 624 of you came out to help your local communities. A lot of our partner organizations have been hit hard by COVID, so your willingness to turn up for the environment despite the risks means so much to One Tree Planted and to our network of planting partners. Our meetings may have migrated to Zoom, and we haven't left the house in 9 months, but together we're marching towards making a truly meaningful impact. This is our collective success. Individually, we're just people with hope, but together, we are a movement. So once again, thank you for being with us on this journey. And if you donated this year, subscribe to follow our reforestation updates, where we're providing monthly updates from our planting projects, which is full of informative and educational content like this.
Are you doing your thing?
That's you.
You were gonna do what's up next? No?
Oh, yeah. Up next is
California.
I remember when they did that.
So here's to a 2021 which looks less like this and more like this.
Making the world a better place, one person at a time. Making the world a better place, one day at a time. And it starts right now. Change the world.
That's what gets us so fired up. Seeing stuff like that. Okay? Just letting you know. Seeing stuff like that gets us fired up. Gets me fired up. All right? So join the growing movement. And also, join Eco Entrepreneurs. If you're listening to this podcast, anywhere you're listening to it, whether you're listening to it on Apple iTunes, if you're listening to it on Spotify, you're listening to it on YouTube, if you're listening to it on SoundCloud, join Eco Entrepreneurs and make a difference with your business. We'll teach you how. A year in review. Our 7th year One Tree Planet is excited to continue with exponential growth and incredible year-over-year success with our reforestation projects. Before One Tree Planted has even reached a decade of planting, we have been able to get more than 16 million trees in the ground. This year alone, over 10 million trees were planted around the world in more than 28 countries. Your support was integral this year. We received more than $15 million in support from individuals and business partners, setting us up for an incredible 2021. So they have a continued collaboration with Rainforest Alliance. Alongside Rainforest Alliance, One Tree Planet has expanded projects in Honduras and Indonesia, leveraging each organization's skills and audience to grow our impact and reach. The Jane Goodall Institute. Partnering with the Jane Goodall Institute in Uganda was one of our biggest successes in 2020. Together, we are able to plant and restore 3 million trees and help protect chimpanzee habitat. World Resources Institute. Our partnership with WRI continues to grow with the rollout of TerraMatch and TerraFund. One Tree Planted and WRI are finding more and innovative ways to restore our Earth. Ready to make an impact? A greater impact in 2024? All right. So that is it. I downloaded the report. I didn't go through it. Oh, no. Where's the report? Download the report. Always look to see how many pages something is. It's 33 pages. Download the report. We'll put the report in we'll put the report in our we'll just attach it to this episode. You can download it for yourself, okay? So look for that in Eco Entrepreneurs if you want to download the 2020 report for impact of reforestation. Okay. I believe today's episode 7. Unless we did episode 7 yesterday. We're up to episode 7? I believe it's episode 7. If we're not at episode 7, we could be at episode 8. But I'm not sure. No, we're at episode 7. We're at episode 7. All right. So that is all for today. I'm glad you came by. We didn't listen to a motivational speaker like we would, with Jim Rohn and Les Brown and Art Williams and Myron Golden, but you had me. We'll pick up next week. Today's Saturday, October 12th, 2024. We'll pick up on Monday with new speakers. All right. But until then, have a great day. I know. It's 45 minutes in, and you want to hear me talk some more, but I can't. Well, actually, you know what? Let's see. We don't say can't. I was going to say won't, but I will. Let's look at something else here that we can do to help. Let's go into our classroom here. And we have episode 1 all the way to episode 5. We're building episode 6 and 7. Okay. And these are just some overviews Okay, we do the class breakdown, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. Each one has a description, the key insights, and an exercise to follow to help unlock your potential, gaining confidence and unlock your full potential, consistently pushing you beyond your comfort zones. You know, long-term vision and success. I really put a lot into these courses that I pull from our 7 a.m. motivation, uh, podcast and video, and I send them out on different medias, such as uh, in our podcast here that you're listening to, and on our YouTube that you can see me on, and also in course form, so that you can really drive it home. I'm very passionate about this. I've learned how to do repurposing of media through Gina Bianchini. I've learned how to run a successful community from her as well. Did a lot of, she taught me a lot. Um, but I also learned a lot from uh, a best-selling author, Eric Worre, how to do relationship marketing and why. Uh, I'm really not selling anything here. I mean, you see money signs on things, but it sells itself. If you want it, you have it. But it's just my pleasure to bring it to you uh, in the time that you need it. Create it so that it can hopefully help you along your journey. Content, I mean, value, putting value first, giving you something that you might have gotten elsewhere, but not in the way that I deliver it to you. Uh, Having a purpose behind why I do what I do and paying it forward before any payment is asked for, giving you free courses, giving you inclusive value inside the community, including you in talks. We have a community here. I'm giving you a peek inside of our eco entrepreneurs community, which is thriving with members. And we have coaches in here. We have tour guides in here. You know, we have what's Rob do? Rob, what do you do? He's a coach. We have 2 coaches in here. Okay. All right. You have 2 coaches in here. Wells, what you do? That's me. But this is Well right here. He is a health titan, a marketing beast, an influencer, a resource wizard. It's a know-it-all hub, LLC. Okay. And he is truly crushing it. Truly crushing it. And he started school literally right after me. And I think I've been in school for about, hold on now. Let's back the train up. I think today's my last day of my free trial of school games. Hold on now. Back it up. Wait a tick. I have been part of Eco Entrepreneurs since, I thought I was going to tell you, since September 28th. That would make September. I got to count on my knuckles here. You can do this trick. It's not a trick. It's just a cool way to do it. So January, February, March. Well, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So September falls in the groove of your knuckle. So you wouldn't count that as a 31 month. All the 31 months sit on your knuckles. So July and August sit on your 2 middle knuckles, your pointer knuckles, your index knuckles. So from any way you count it, you still have the same amount of knuckles. So you January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So January, March, May, July, August, October, December, they all have 31 days. Everything else doesn't. Okay. All right. Why did I do that? Oh, because I'm looking at how long I've been here. So 28th, so 29th, 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Today is the last day of my free 2 weeks on school. And after that, it's $99 a month to have a school on school. So I'm going to start paying. Now, nothing to be alarmed about. I've definitely got a lot out of school thus far. And if you go over to school games, you can see yourself on the leaderboard. Well, where are you on the leaderboard? These people are crushing it. Max Person is making, in the last 24 hours, he made $2,874 in new recurring revenue. Keytron Rankin made the last 24 hours $3,694 on school, just like what I'm doing right now, talking to you. He's talking to people. He's making money. Okay. Mine is free. All right. Mine is free. Now, I do have a couple of uh courses on there. One is $97. I believe that's uh, how to automate your computer to work while you sleep. Nobody has that. That's all me. Okay. Nobody in school has that. So you go and you get that, and you'll have your computer working for you as you sleep. I'm gonna promote that right now. Okay. I'm a little proud of that. I created I created Wally back in hmm 2017. No, 2018. 2019, I believe. Or was it 2020? 2020. All right, so he's 4 years old. What just happened? Oh, Zoom popped off and popped back on. I was like, okay, yeah. But yeah, go check that out. That's in that's one of the courses I have, one of my premium courses. And then I have a 9-day mastermind uh masterclass, and definitely need to check that out. Hold on one moment. Let's see this right here. My 9-day masterclass is how to grow your brand. Okay. How to grow your brand as an entrepreneur masterclass. Comprehensively designed to help you build a powerful, recognizable brand. You learn to craft your brand's vision, voice, and visual identity, maintain consistency across platforms, and engage your audience effectively. Through interactive sessions and practical exercises, you'll gain the tools to create a strong brand presence that resonates with your customers and drives business success. Perfect for startups and established businesses alike. All right. So, yes. Now, I'm definitely going to, and we built that all out right there. We built that all out. We have our 7 a.m. motivational class, our introduction to sustainable business practices. Actually, our introduction to a sustainable business, a sustainable business overview. So it's two different businesses, right? Why we partner with One Tree Planted. We have the 9-day masterclass, how to grow your brand as an entrepreneur, how to grow financially. That's one. Uh, how to go green in your company, and automate your computer to work while you sleep. And we also have new member onboarding that comes on as soon as you enter. Everything else you have to get unlocked at level 2, but it's very easy to get unlocked at level 2. All you got to do is put some comments in this comment section of some of the posts, contribute, right? Like on well, contribute and have such a contribution that people like your reply, like your comment. If they like your comment, you get points. All you need is 5 points to move up to level 2. Again, it's 5 points So just get 5 likes on your reply, or leave 5 replies and get 1 like on each. Okay. It all depends on if you contribute or somebody finds you a contributing factor to the community. And I always go in and read the comments because they're key to my success, to your success. We're all successful in this community together. And I just want to walk with you. I want to take this journey with you. I'm looking at my light like it's my camera, but there's my camera. The light's blinding. Let me turn that light off a little bit. Yeah. But yes. Um, I'm glad to have been here with you. It's 8:06. I'm gonna go ahead and log off, but I just wanted to touch on that. Every morning we are here at 7 a.m. I went over 6 minutes because I was 10 minutes late this morning. All right. You would know that here on the recorded session, but the people that are in the live, they would know. So, and we're streaming on other platforms. So, thank you for stopping by, and I'll be in touch. See you next time on 7 a.m. Motivation. Take care and have a great day.